So let's just get started. Then, yeah, as I see, exactly, you can prepare a mat or without, it's all good. All right, so then let's just begin. So you can either start by standing or sitting or lying down on the floor. So we will start by very slowly, just to wake up our body. So just take a moment here, you can decide. Maybe you would like to walk around, or maybe you would like to start by sitting or lying down. Just take anything you need. And you don't need to watch me all the time. I will guide you verbally. So really take yourself into this journey, however you like. And there's no right or wrong. Just listen to your body. So just take a couple of minutes here. Doing anything your body needs. And in order to bring yourself to arrive. And you might want to start to notice your breath and sensing your body getting connected, contact with the floor. Maybe it's your feet, your legs, or your whole upper back, or any of the other parts of your body. And your eyes might open or close. So just take a moment, do whatever you like. There's no right or wrong. Just listen to your body. And you're welcome to make any sound. Yeah, so I call this as like a pleasure practice. So it's like a self-care, just to see what your body needs. Exactly, yes. Good. You might want to shake it out. To see how can I wake up my body? How can I connect to my breath? And at the same time, still feeling and sensing, opening up all the senses. Yeah, by looking, hearing, touching, smells, maybe even a taste. Just as a pleasure practice, just to see what my body needs. Yes. And then slowly, if you are standing or sitting, just make your way slowly. Let's come all together, lying down onto your back. So I'm gonna guide you through some practice together. So take your time, and then when you're ready, you can come lying onto your back. And just take a moment here, finding your back side of the body connecting to the floor. And really allowing your whole body weight sinking down to the floor. Allow the support coming from the earth. Feeling into that weightness, like a raindrop in the morning you see on the tree, on the leaves. Like this stillness, come to a cellular level. Then you might start, might start want to use your hand. Just giving some touch. Taking your hands, touching your face, just to wake up our proprioception. Sending the information to your brain by touching. Getting that sensations. Good. You can go all the way down to your feet. It's like almost like you're putting a cream on your body. Just using your hands to touch. All right, then slowly, just let your arms resting by the side. Then you're gonna turn your legs relatively like parallel to each other. And then hip, like you let your heels right underneath your sit bones. So really finding that connection. And then you're gonna start to rock your heels just up and down. So pushing your heels down and moving your ankles up and down and allowing this wave ripples through your whole body. Start to bring in some different rhythm into your whole body. Relax the face, soften the jaw. Really allow the whole body resting on the floor. By moving up and down with your heels, so pushing your heels down. And then finding that connection between your heel and your sit bone. So really sensing into the back side of your leg. This long line, pushing, and yielding down to the floor. Just a couple of times here, rocking. And really feeling that whole connectivity chain throughout your whole body. And then let's try now. We just reach your right arm up over your head and just the right leg. So keep your right leg, keep rocking on only the right side. So the left side is resting on the floor. And then you're gonna start to reach your right side, right arm and right leg far away from each other. Just giving yourself a reaching out into space. And then relax. Let's change it to the other side. So your left arm reaching above of your head. And now let's just pushing your left heel, rocking up and down. And finding really from your left leg as an engine all the way up throughout your crown of the head and go up to your fingers. And just sensing that ripple. The wave inside of your body, this rhythm. And at the same time to notice if I'm still keep my breath. Or do I hold my breath? All right, now this time just stretch your left arm, left leg far away from each other. Good, and then relax. Okay, now you're gonna stretch your both arms, both legs up, far away from each other, coming to an X shape. Just reaching out into the space, and then you're gonna take an inhale here. And now exhalation, you're gonna take your arms and your leg back to your center. And then you, if you like, can adding on your head and your tail. Everything back into the center. And once more, breathing in, reaching out into the space from your center. And exhale, coming back in, arms and legs and your head and tail. Everything is settling, coming back to the center. One more time, breath in. And breath out, come back in. Long deep breath, one more, breathing here. And breathing out, allow your whole body pulsate, coming back in. And now slowly, let's try with the different breathing. So here, you might want to change the breath. This reaching out, you might using your exhalation. And now inhalation, come back in. Just to see how the breath can support the movement. And exhale, reaching out. So now we do the opposite of the breath. And now inhale, come back. Back to the center. And exhale, reach out. Inhalation, come back to the center. And exhale, reach out. And then just a couple of times here, you can wiggle, jiggle, shake it out. And then now I will guide you through a sequence, just waking up our body slowly. This is kind of like a integrate our core and coordination sequence. So now we're gonna start by just reaching your right arm and right leg far away from each other. And then you might sense your left side of the body shrinking, contracting. So the right side, and now you're gonna do the opposite. Left side reaching, right side contract. So this side to side, up and down. A couple of times here, reaching the whole right side far away, and reaching the whole left side far away. Yes, exactly. So if I'm standing, if you want, you can also try different levels. So if I'm standing, it looks like this. Just reaching up and down, pushing your feet down. All right, so then we're gonna come back to the floor if you are standing, and just reaching up and down. Couple of times here. So just feeling that the middle line of your spine in the center. Yes, very good. And then relax all the unnecessary muscle. Good. Okay. And then let's just take your right arm, right leg in towards the center. So elbow and knee touch together. And now reaching out. The other side, left knee and left elbow. And reach out. Once more. So start to finding that coordination, the same side. And reach out. Right side. And the left. And now we're gonna bring both arms, both legs in. And now reach out this time, just stay away from the floor. Couple of times here. Start to activate your core. And if this is too much, anytime you can bring it back to the floor. Just a couple of times here. Start to wake up the body. Coming to this lymphatic lymph, pumping and releasing. Okay, and now you're gonna bring your right knee towards your chest. Just a couple of times here, rocking side to side. And now just allowing your right arm start to swing to the right. You're gonna do like kind of like a crisscross. So now you're gonna swing your left arm to the left side. And right. And the left. One more time to the right. And to the left. Yes. And to the right once more. To the left. Now you're gonna stay at your left side. And now you're gonna swing your arm over your head. You're gonna turn to your right side. Your left leg bended. Right side of your leg is under. And now you're gonna bring yourself come up onto your elbow. And I'm gonna just lift a couple of times with your right leg up and down. Yes. And now you're gonna push your hands and now step your left foot to the front. Yeah, so left foot to the front, yes. Now you're gonna just shift your weight a couple of times here. Front and back. And you're gonna step your right foot to join your left and come to a forward fold. Just take a moment here, you can jiggle, wiggle, shake it out. And now you're gonna bend your knees, keep it lower, the pelvic. And now just take your leg behind. Alternate your legs a couple of times here. And keep your pelvis set level. Just a couple of times, moving your legs back and forth. Good. And now last time, you're gonna take your right leg behind you, and now you're gonna push your left leg down, and now open your right arm all the way to the side. So this push from the left leg and open your right arm. And you're gonna start to reaching out to your right side. A couple of times, side to side. And allow your spine to move. Bring your arms and your all the limbs into space. Using your whole body to reach out into space. Good. And now slowly you're gonna come back to your left leg. And now you're gonna just shift yourself, come forward, finding an airplane. Just try to balance here. And now you're gonna swing your arms up, close your right leg. Good. Now just do a couple of sweep. And down, tail up. Down and up. Good. And now this swing might bring you jumping behind. Good. Jump behind. And once more, jumping behind. You're gonna lean forward and then step, come back. And now let your sit bones sit down and start rocking from the back. Rolling like a ball. Good, and then slowly you're gonna go to the other side. So let's start one more time from your right leg. And a couple of times here. Swing your arms side to side. This time, bend your right knee, and now your both arms go all the way over your head. Now you're gonna turn to your left side. So your body is on the left, good. And now you can move yourself, come back onto your lower arm and lift your left leg up and down. Both times here. Good. And now you're gonna push your hands and now step your right foot forward. Coming to a lunge position. Good. Now I'm gonna step in. And now you're gonna find your torso here. Take a moment. Sensing that the upper body resting. We're gonna just check again. You can use your hands first touching your sit bone. Just rubbing a bit, finding your sit bone up to the sky, and now finding your heels. So these 2 points, now you're gonna close these 2 points together. So bend your knee, and now you're gonna extend these 2 points, far away from each other. So sit bone and the heels. Closing and extended. So really find that tension behind your legs. Sitting down, bending, closing the line, and extending the line. Good. Okay, now you're gonna just sit down, finding that plank, 90 around the chair plane. Now you're gonna just let one leg behind, going behind, and come back. And the other side. A couple of times here, just to wake up your muscle, and the coordination. Now, last time, let your right foot stay front. And now you're gonna push your right foot down. And now reach your left arm up and over. Going to the side. A couple of times here. Let your arms flow side to side. So you're gonna sense the movement coming from the floor, push, and reach up to the upper. The lower push, reach up to the upper. And then slowly you're gonna find yourself coming back to your right foot. Now, take off, coming to your airplane. Just take a balance here. And now drop your left leg, both arms rising up. Good. Now swim. Let it go. Once more. And this might lead you to a jump. Go behind. So just play around. And then slowly just let your weight come forward. You're gonna lean forward, step, step. Find yourself back to your alignment. Slowly you're gonna sit down. And one more time, rock and roll on your spine. Good. All right, now starting from here, I will invite you just to play around with this push and reach. So we have a lot of this push and reach during the exercise. So you might want to push your hands down and reach your upper body up. So just to play around this, you can push with your both arms and legs and reach your tailbone up. So between this push and reach, push your right foot and see what's rising up. And you can also use the space around you. Maybe it's a wall, push away, or maybe leaning towards. Just to play around with this. We just go into a bit the free movement. So you can push with your head, perhaps. So it's always with this polarity. One going down, one going up. One going to the right and to the left. To the front and to the back. So if I push my left foot down and then all the way I sense that my whole left side of the body reaching up. Yeah, so just to play around this. If I push my both arms and both legs down, my pelvis is rising up. So really connecting to the floor. Using the weight and push. And something you might want to push away or leaning towards you. And then gradually, you're gonna find yourself slowly coming to a standing. So just take your time. Find yourself coming to a stand. And then we're gonna have some exercise focusing on our feet and legs. So just find yourself back to stand, and then let's work on our one side of the leg, doesn't matter which side. And now you're gonna use your toes like this, like 1 inch. I'm gonna show here. So you're gonna tuck in and squeeze your toes like this. And now you're gonna moving forward. It's like a rolper. Just wake up your feet. Okay, and now while your one leg already far away from the other leg, and your weight is already shifted out, you're gonna bring your hands here. Imagine that you have a string in between and push up. Lower down. Lift it up and lower. One more time. And now you're gonna lift your toes and heels down. And then just drop your arms and rock a couple of times here. So again, finding this heel to sit bone connection. Good. And now you're gonna place your right foot down and point. And now you're gonna turn your, it doesn't matter which side, by the way. And I'm gonna turn your body to one side. So towards to a standing leg. And now you're gonna, from your back foot, push. So again, this push and reach. Yes, push and reach. So push your right foot and all the way reaching up throughout the front of the head. And feeling that weight shifting. And push. Ripple through the spine. And now you're gonna close your both legs. Then we're gonna go to the other side. So, the other side, you're gonna start with the toes. So you can use your hands to mirror. Okay, then once you already arriving And now you're gonna just a couple of times like this, like a puppet. Lift it up. Work on your toes, articulate. And now you're gonna lift it up your toes and heels on the floor and drop your arms. And now just push your heels down. Rocking. Again, this feeling of push and reach, push and reach. Good. And then place your foot down. Lift your heel up. Turn yourself to the other side. And one more time. Now we're gonna push from your toes. Sensing the whole spine is moving. Allowing your arms to flow. Good, and now this time you're gonna push back to the center. And then just shake it out, shake your arms and legs. Good. Now we're gonna start just using your thumb, starting opening to the side. So this part, starting from your thumb, going back, and now you're gonna use your little finger, come back in. Once more. Thumb leading out, and the little finger come back in. And just a couple of times here, allow your arms to rotate. And now you might want to start to use the dropping, recovering. So using the weight, down and up. So thumb leading, going back, little finger going to the front. Good. And allow your body to follow the rhythm. So you're having this drop and recover, drop and recover. Good. And you might want to try the other side. So just take your thumb leading out. And I'm gonna turn and let your little finger guiding you through the center. One more time. Going out and come back in. And then just using the weight, going behind and going to the front and back and front and back and front and back and front, like figure 8. And then at the end, I will invite you just using this movement, swinging movement. Let your body go into the space. So just to see where the swing takes me into different movement. I will give you a song and just to play around. Yeah. So just take this swinging into the space. You might want to swing with your arms, or maybe it's your legs. Yes, or maybe it's your upper body. So by taking this down and up, and take yourself into the space. So finding your own dance with this, yes, good. Using your weight, going up and down, swing. Sometimes might lead you into a jump. Yeah. Then you might want to add in this push and reach. So push your legs, reach up. Push your arms and reach up. Good. Yes. Finding your own dance, your own expression. Beautiful, yes. And also allowing maybe your hair to swing. Yes. breath. If you are still with your breath. Yeah, exactly. Good. Okay. Slowly, slowly, finding an end for your dance. Okay. Take some time. You might want to just regulate a bit your breath. Stay where you are. Just take a couple of deep breaths here. All right. Yes. And do whatever you need. And thank you very much for joining me.